And right ahead of the festival season comes some good news. The Reserve Bank has paved way for a massive 0.5% interest rate cut. Reserve Bank of India has reduced the benchmark repo rate, the rate at which banks borrow money from the central bank, by 0.5%. Now, ideally, this should effectively mean a 0.5% fall in interest rates on loans. But banks are usually not so forthcoming. What may decrease immediately, though, is the interest rate that you get on your fixed deposit in banks. Let's first take a look at the impact on people like you and me. EMIs on loans like home, car and personal will fall. A 0.5% cut also means an average of 35 rupee per month cut on a 20-year loan of 1 lakh rupees. So which means indirectly the rate cut will help in spurring the economy, with cheaper money being available to companies to invest in their expansion plans. And this in turn will mean more jobs. However, fixed deposits earn you lower interest. Government and company bonds will also see their interest rate cuts. What's also important is the government also planning to review the small savings rate, which will directly impact your investments in PPF, EPF, Kisan Vikas Patra and the senior citizen schemes.
When we look at the numbers, we find that the reduction on deposit rates has been quite substantial already. And therefore, if you aren't passing it on through lower transmission into lending rates, that means it's accumulating at the bank. Now, some accumulation will happen because the maturity of the deposits is different from how this translates into lending quickly. But I think over time they should be able to pass through everything. The question is how much time will that take, and whether there are measures that are preventing them from doing it, either that we have put in place or the government has put in place, and we are both determined to make changes if on those ones.
Now the government also, it has also been decided that with regard to transmission of the rates, the government will undertake a review of the small saving rates also.
This decision of the RBI will significantly provide policy support to the real economy and help in the recovery process. We are looking forward now to the transmission of these cuts, which will effectively help to boost confidence and investment. They will also help to realize the economy's medium-term potential growth rate.
Okay, that was the Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, who was reacting to those rate cuts that was announced earlier by the Reserve Bank of India Governor Raghuram Rajan, and the Finance Minister also mentioning there that now they would be focusing and would really consolidate their efforts to meet the fiscal deficit target as well, in the light of the repo rate being cut by 50 basis points. Viren Gunava joins us for more on this. Viren, now this bit of news did boost the morale. It also, made everybody very happy. Policymakers, economists, all of them welcomed the move. But how soon will the banks really pass this cut to the customer, for people like you and me? What does this really mean? Because we did hear, the government and the Reserve Bank of India governor mentioning that they would now be working together to ensure the effective transmission of the interest cuts.
Avantika, it has started. Andhra Bank has already cut the lending rates by 25 basis points, and that's the first bank that has taken the step, a very immediate step soon after the RBI policy. So definitely it's, let me quote what RBI governor said, it's a Diwali bonanza for the banking consumers across the country, because the next policy would be in the month of December. So definitely the next 3 months would be the good days for most of the borrowers who might be planning for the home loans or the car loans, or maybe for those borrowers who had already taken the loan and they are expecting that the EMI should go down. Let me also tell you, Avantika, at 2 o'clock, in next half an hour, there's another press conference that will take place where the leading bankers like ICICI Bank, Chanda Kochar, SBI, Arundhati Bhattacharya, Aditya Puri from HDFC Bank, and many other bankers would be sitting before media person for the press conference and would be giving the details what exactly they are planning to do even after this RBI rate policy. Because right now we are in RBI premises where the meeting between RBI governor and the bankers is right now going on, and it will get over as soon as possible. And then at 2 o'clock, ICICI Bank, SDFC and SBI, the leading bankers across the country, in which most of the loan borrowers have taken the loan from them, would be announcing their plans whether they are cutting the rates in next 24 hours or maybe in the coming days. Back to you, Indika.
And you know, the government even mentioned that they're going to be reviewing, you know, the small savings rate. So what does that mean for people who have made investments in, you know, various schemes?
Even Avantika, not only the RBI governor, even the central government secretary has made a statement soon after the policy that even they will review the entire small saving, because what the governor has said that the deposit rates the rate has gone down whenever the policy cut has been done, but not the lending rates. But the small saving, like the RBI governor have not specified which exactly the small saving schemes he was talking about. When the government have not said, but they are in the process to. On the larger aspect, for the benefit of the people of the country, they might be reviewing all the small saving to increase the interest rate for their benefit. But specifics have not been detailed out. That will take some time. But yes, the RBI have said it very clearly. The banks has not transmitted all the rate cut that has been taken since January to September. In fact, today, 125 basis point, 1.25% has been cut down, and the banks have to decide whether to pass it or not, when, as soon as possible.
Okay, Viren, thanks so much for joining us. So clearly this fourth rate cut that has been seen in one single year has really been done to, you know, bring about that much needed momentum to the Indian economy. Let's see what effects will it have, and especially it spells good news for people who are planning to take a loan or to buy a new house or a car as well.